I know, you gave me the thumbs up, but then I realized I never turned my microphone on. I got caught up playing guitar.
Here we go again.
Yeah, but this time it's working. I'm assuming it's working.
It is.
No one has told us it's not working.
Correct.
Not like that one time I went 2 or 3 guitars into the thing, and then we're like, oh, by the way, there's no audio.
There should be now.
There should be now. We should be
For,
good.
for both of us.
For both of us. All right. This kind of works out because there's a drum lesson happening in the shop right in front of us.
Uh-huh.
But if you're watching the video, the stream, you can't even see it. Because you might hear a little clickety clap.
Oh, yeah.
Is that coming through?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do my best. Hopefully it's not too much. But thanks for tuning in for the late introduction. Here we are. My name is Jack. This is Jake.
Hello.
And this is Live at 5 here at Island Music Company. So we got a handful of guitars we're going to talk about today. I'm excited for each of these. These are all 3, within the last 2 days?
Yeah.
Today and yesterday?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm excited to go over these with something a little bit different for everybody. We got everything from super shredder to classical fingerstyle kind of playing, and then a classic guitar. See what I did there? Classical to classic.
Just going through the classes right now.
It's called a Segway. Not the thing you ride on.
Oh, I was about to
Yeah,
ask.
we're not mall copping here. All right, this is Island Music, Live at 5. We're here to talk guitars and have a good old time. So let's get into this first one. This is from Alvarez. Alvarez, to me, has always kind of been the underdog sleeper brand of island music. It's something we've had for a very long time. I can remember, before I even worked here, I remember looking at all the Alvarez online, looking at some of the folk guitars and all that, like back on our old good-for-nothing website where I don't even want to talk about it. It wasn't a good website. It was hard. It was hard to read. Everything was weird. But now we're up to date and doing well. Just like Alvarez. No, they've always been good. But the Alvarez we're going to talk about today, Alvarez makes great stuff. Whether you're in your beginning price range, your advanced, your intermediate, your pro, your expert, Alvarez has something that's going to be good for everybody. So we have a handful of items from Alvarez that you can get for $300 to $500. We've got a great selection of things from like $5 to $8. Once you start hitting that $1,000 price point, you're like, all right, where can I go? Where's next? Where's the next step up? Once you move on beyond that, you get into their Japanese-made stuff. And let me tell you, the Japanese stuff, we all say it a different way. I don't know that any of us have ever actually looked up how to officially say it. But I've always called it the Yairi series.
I just don't even try.
Yeah. Some people call it Yari. I know that's not right. There's too many I's in it to be called Yari. I think it's called Yairi. But they're hand-built in Japan. They're hand-built in a factory. The guy's name is Kazuo Yairi. That's probably how you say it. And I know that's how you say his first name. But it's they're hand-built in Nagoya, Japan. So what's really cool about these is when I say hand-built, I mean we're talking about high-level. Why am I drawing a blank on the word? Materials. All this stuff is high-end materials out of this factory. And what's really cool is all the necks are hand-carved. Completely hand-carved. There's no machinery that's done on these necks of the guitars. So what we're going to talk about here today is the CYM 75CE. This is a solid cedar, solid red cedar top. It is solid East Indian rosewood body. It is a solid one-piece mahogany neck that was carved down by hand. These guitars are phenomenal. When you start getting into these, they really know what they're doing because it's not some factory worker with a part-time job who just learned how to run a CNC machine 2 weeks ago. What's really cool about these guitars when you get into these is this factory that they come from, the Yairi factory and Alvarez, have been partnered together for right about 55 years. And a handful of the guys in that factory that are hand building these guitars have been there for 50 years. So at a 55-year partnership, you have some guys in that factory have been there making these guitars for 50 of those 55 years.
Yeah, that sounds right with their culture.
Like, how would they not know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So I know you might look at me like, well, Alvarez, no. When you start messing with these guitars from this line from Alvarez, phenomenal work. I can't stress it enough. These are some of my favorite guitars that we get in the shop, especially as someone that loves acoustic instruments. I love these guitars. You've got to come in and check these out. This one has the LR bags. I think it's the Element. Yep, the Element preamp pickup system. Solid hand-carved mahogany neck. And it's a AAA red cedar top. Very good. Yes, come in and check these out. We usually have a few models from this line. We mainly deal with the classicals because they're just some of the nicest classical guitars you can get. So please come in and check these out. These are phenomenal. By far, some of my favorite acoustics that we get into the shop. 55 years of quality from the Yairi factory over in Nagoya, Japan. Up next is a Charvel. This is the Pro Mod Relic. It's a San Dimas. It's a Style 1. It has a Floyd Rose 1000 bridge. It has a 59 in JB pickups. This is the one I was calling our super shredder for the day. This, as we were getting ready to start the live stream, Keith was talking to us.
Dropped a bit of knowledge.
A little bit of knowledge. He asked, do I know where this guitar is from? And I really just wanted to say Charvel, because it's made by Charvel. But
I mean, you're not wrong.
No, I'm not. But Keith was more right. This guitar is modeled after one of the guitars that Mick Mars was using towards the end. I already forget which tour he said. Do you remember?
No.
I already forget the tour.
We're doing great.
Yeah. But it's modeled after one of the guitars that Mick Mars was using, specifically the white. They make it in red and black, like a red model and a black model, not a red and black model. But this is modeled after one of the guitars that Mick Mars was using on that tour. Was it the Dr. Feelgood tour?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
That is what he said. See? It's like a steel trap. So this is modeled after the guitar that he was using on that towards the end of that tour. And it's really cool. As soon as we got it in, I was like, man, that's a killer guitar. I like that. I'm not particularly a fan of guitars with the Floyd Rose, but this one is pretty neat. I do like it. This would be a really cool model to soup up with all the stuff from FU-Tone with the different colors, because you can get the inserts, the poles. You can change the posts. I don't know if you knew that. You can get titanium posts. Pop open the back, change out the block, the springs, the screws, the claw. Change out all the parts up here, the nut for titanium. This one was it alder body? It's got a roasted maple neck, maybe? Not just a regular maple. It's a little dark, or just tinted. Yeah, and the JB and the 59 from Seymour Duncan. Classic pairing of pickups. The JB and the 59. It's like a nice bottle of wine. A good aged bourbon. Doesn't get much better than that. It's a good combo.
If you say so.
It is. It's a great. If you have a guitar that's got humbuckers and you want to upgrade those humbuckers, there's thousands. There are thousands of combinations and all kinds of different things you can do out there. But it's hard to beat that JB and the 59. So if you're looking for a way to upgrade a guitar with humbuckers, we can do that for you here. We can order all kinds of humbuckers if we don't have them in stock, but that JB and the 59 is a fantastic way to go. This uses single coils, and these single coils are proprietary to Rickenbacker. This is the Rickenbacker 620 in Jet Glow. Other than the fingerboard, which looks like rosewood, everything on this guitar is maple. We've talked about Rickenbackers a few times on our show, and most of them tend to all be the maple. It helps with their tonality, helps keep it nice and lightweight. But these are high-gain single coil pickups, and the 5 knobs here allow you to get a brilliant control, because then you can blend both of these pickups to the tonal profile that you're desiring. You have the standard output and the Rico sound output, so if you want to go stereo, you have the option to control each pickup individually. But the cool thing about that is that you can send each pickup to its own amp. So say you want, something dirty out of one pickup, something clean out of the other. Something bright and chimey out of one pickup, something low and kind of boomy out of the other. It gives you that option. Just run the 2 cables, go stereo to your amps. Phenomenal. It's a great sound. But then when your pickup selector is in the middle, you run out of both amps at the same time, which is cool because then it kind of combines everything. I don't think I missed anything on this. Comes with that classic Rickenbacker hard case, and although it has the Rickenbacker R on the back of the tuners, it is set up with Schaller tuning machines. Hang that up here. So, some things that we have coming up. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. It's the first Saturday of the month in March. So we're going to have our uke jam.
Yeah.
So next week I'll probably bust out a couple ukuleles, and we'll go over some ukuleles to kind of get everybody hyped up for the uke jam. And then in the next coming weeks, we should be receiving inventory from Stringjoy. Stringjoy is a company based out of Nashville, Tennessee. They make all their own strings. They don't they don't sub out their strings to other companies, so you're not going to buy strings from X branded company and then it's just them repackaging Stringjoys. The only way you can get Stringjoy strings is through Stringjoy or a Stringjoy retailer such as ourselves. They make them for a huge assortment of things. We're starting small with your basics. We're going to start with your lights and your extra lights for your electric guitar, like 9s and 10s. And then we're going to also do lights and mediums for your acoustics. And we're just kind of starting real basic. But I say all this because once we get all of our inventory in and we pick a date, we're going to do a Stringjoy Saturday. There will be very limited supplies of free strings. So the first come, first serve on the free strings, and you get your guitar restrung for free with the Stringjoy strings. Anything else after that, if you buy a set of Stringjoy strings, we'll still restring your guitar with those strings for you. It'll be for free. Can't guarantee you'll get it back the same day just because it depends on how many people show up. But you'll get it restrung for free. Might take a day to get it back. But we're looking forward to that. We've been getting a lot of requests for Stringjoy. People seem to be into it. The big thing about them is they have sets and gauges that most other companies don't have. So maybe like a 10 to 48 instead of a 10 to 46. Done. Maybe you have a bass 6. They have strings for a bass 6. They have strings for folk instruments. They've got a wide variety from electric strings for like your pure nickel to your wound to your steel core type stuff. For your acoustics, they do 80/20s. They do phosphor bronze. They do coated strings. They have a nice array of things. They also have a very good selection on bass strings. So we're excited to bring them onto the family of brands here at Island Music Company. So keep an eye out for them in a few weeks because we'll start advertising the event. We'll start getting everything together. So we're very excited to have Stringjoy as part of our collective of brands and things here. So keep an eye out for Stringjoy Saturday. We'll keep you posted, but that'll be a really cool way to, get familiar with new product, get your guitar restrung. So we'll let you all know when that happens. I can't wait. I've put some on my acoustic guitars, and I'm going to get ready to use some electrics here coming up soon. So I'm excited to get them out there and start rolling with them on my own. So that's coming up. Uke Jam, the first Saturday of March. I don't remember the exact date, but it's the first Saturday in March. It's like 2 weeks away. So, check the time here. Jake,
The second.
the second. March
Yeah, it's the second.
Cool.
Yes.
March 2nd. All right. Let's go back to the guitar. Sorry, I had a brain freeze there. I was like, make sure I remembered everything. As always, our repair shop is up and running. So if you have anything you need to get repaired, restrung, set up, maybe you just want to swap out pickups. Maybe you bought an acoustic guitar and you want a preamp in it, we can do that too. So don't forget about our repair shop, layaway, financing. We're going to find a way to help you get what you want and to help fix up what you need. We can do that here for you. So let's recap, going back over everything we got. We'll go backwards. This was the Rickenbacker 620 Jet Glow. All maple construction, high gain single coil pickups, passive single coil pickups with the Ricco sound and the standard output, so you can blend your tones, or you can run stereo if you ever wanted to know what it was like to run a Marshall and a Fender at the same time. Over here we have the Charvel Pro Mod San Dimas HH Style 1. Motley Crue, Mick Mars, that kind of scene. If that's your style, this is the guitar for you. Again, it's the JB and the 59, the ever classic humbucking pickup combination. And then hand-built from Nagoya, Japan, the Alvarez Yairi CYM75CE, featuring the AAA red cedar top, the East Indian rosewood solid body, and again, that one-piece hand-carved mahogany neck. All the way from Nagoya, Japan, from the factory that's been run for 55 years with employees that have been working there for 50 years. 50 years of craftsmanship. They know what they're doing. You're not going to find many classical guitars better than these. We've got them here at Island Music Company. My name's Jack. This was Live at 5. See you next week.
See you.